Hello, I'm Ruby Burrito, and welcome to today's video. Today is the first Black Lion update of 2026, and I was bringing this character into Lion's Arch, and I popped over from Divinity's Reach, because this was my Winter's Day character, and popped out over here, and I had seen the Wizard's Tower one before, I'd seen the Arborstone one before. It's kind of cool that they added a portal to Castora right here. I don't know if that previously was Janther Wilds, or if we had one for Janther Wilds before, but kind of cool that they added that. I think it's a nice little touch. But going into the sales, we don't actually have a unique item for this week, unfortunately. We are in the last week of before the devs come back and give us more sales and everything. This is the last week of what was announced before Christmas. So if we go to the sales, starting January 6th until January 13th, so January 6th being this week Tuesday to next week Tuesday, if we head to the promotions tab, we can take a look at the bag slot expansions that will be 20% off. I'm really tempted to pick one up because I have a character that is going to be opening trophy shipments for 1 million volatile magic soon, and I don't think they have enough bag slots. But this does, I want to say this comes with like a 10 or a 15 slot bag as well. It just automatically puts that in. You can also go there from here. So if you just click here, it'll show you it's 320, it's 20% off, which is nice. And then they'll fill that with a bag. Starting January 9th, that is going to be this Friday, go on a gathering spree with a stock of discounted infinite gathering tools such as the Prospector's Firestorm, Earthshaker, Thunderstrike, and Infinite Glacial Gathering Tools. So that's going to be until January 23rd, so that'll be 2 weeks. You can see right here, we got a whole bunch of stuff like the Homestead package here, the Brasswork Homestead package, Channel Emote Tone, Breakdance. We talked about some of these last week. These are still 20% off. That's going to be the big changes here in the Black Lion store. However, next Tuesday, on the 13th, I will be telling you guys about a Fractal event that's going to be going on. So we have Fractal Rush starting next week, Tuesday. It's actually perfect timing for me, and this is a great time for you if you also want to work on this. If we head over to our achievement panel, there is a Fractals of the Mist section down here, and you can see that there is a Fractals of the Mist section. I don't know if they moved the achievement or if I just never realized where it was previously, but if we go to the Legendary Backpack section under the Collections tab, you can see Ad Infinitum Finite Result. This is what I'm going to be working on during this Fractal Rush event. So I think this will be a great opportunity to try to get some of these done. For example, some of these I just have to buy, but I have to complete the Swampland Fractal, beat Bloomhunger with an 80% reduction to all healing. So this is a challenge mode. So I'll be putting in some LFGs to get some of this stuff done. However, we do also have some information about what some of the historical Fractal Rushes look like. We can take a quick peek at that over on the wiki, and I'll have a link to this in the description. These are the historical rewards for the Fractal Rush Champion. I'm not going to go through all of these because I'll be showing them next week, but if you're curious and you want to get an idea of what's coming ahead of time, there are Fractals that award different amounts of trophies. They'll have different daily achievements and so on and so forth that will allow you to get to the trophies needed to complete the meta achievement. The area for Fractals, as always, is going to be down here in Fort Mariner in Lion's Arch, and then you'll come to this portal. There's also going to be, it looks like you have to make a decision here pretty quickly, but you can, I don't have the Agony Resistance, which is necessary for higher tier Fractals, but I can still pick the highest one. It just decides what you're doing before you go in. You can always come up here to the scale setting sequencer to change it, and then you can come here to the lab and you can interact with these merchants. So for example, there was something I needed to buy from this vendor, Collections, Legendary Backpack. This is not the vendor that we're looking for. We're looking for 2046. Who is right here? I apologize. We're looking for the Defender of Ascalon, which will be right here. I do have the pristine fractal relics that we need. We'll buy this. And now from buy 4373, we're looking for the Charnep, which is, I saw this earlier when I was looking through here, we need the legendary components and Charnip. So now I'm 2 further towards getting my ad infinitum and eventually getting this back item. So be sure to take a look at that when it comes out. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the Black Lion update. If you guys are curious about future Black Lion updates, feel free to hit that subscribe button because I will be putting out a video every week for the sales that they drop and the changes to the Black Lion store. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see ya in the next one.